Hello friends. Hello friends. Now we see the Newton's law of motion, our unit 3. In this chapter we see the measure and calculate magnitude of frictional forces and Newton's first law of motion. So here we consider that force and mass. Force, push and pull are required for object in motion. Here rocket is shown. The rocket is moving in the upward direction, and for that some gases are pushing that rocket in the upward direction. So the rocket is in motion due to the push of the gases. They are coming out from the back side of the uh, rocket. Gases are coming out from the back side of the gases. Vector shows the magnitude and direction. Here we say that the direction of vector, it is shown that the direction of in which direction the force is applied. Four forces known in the universe. First one is electromagnetic force, caused due to the electric and magnetic interaction. Means due to the electric and magnetic interaction, the force which is generated, it is known as electromagnetic force. The electromagnetic waves are there. So like this, any type of where electric and magnetic field are used, where the electromagnetic force is generated. Strong nuclear force responsible for holding nucleus together in the atom. Strongest force acts over the shortest distance. So strong nuclear means it is a very strong force which combine or which take together nucleus and all the other part of the atoms together. So it is one of the strongest force, and in short distance, in very small distance, these nucleus and other electrons, protons, they are present. Gravitation, weakest force act over the longest distance. So gravitational force is the weakest force and it will act at a longest distance. Weak nuclear responsible for radioactive atoms. So from radioactive atoms, the alpha, beta, gamma rays are they are coming out. So this is the one of the weak nuclear force. So these are the four main forces in the universe. Type of forces, there are two main type of forces are there: contact and field forces. Contact means there is contact between that two objects. Suppose here we say that the person is there, and here it is he is applying a force on a table. So this is the contact force. And here it is field force. The electrons, they are revolving around the nucleus in a particular orbit. So there is no any contact between the nucleus and the electrons. Or if we consider that earth and moon, so it is a field force. There is no any direct contact between earth and moon, but the earth the moon is revolving around the earth. So this is the field force, and this is one the contact force. So these are the two type of forces are there. Contact force exists when object from the external world touches a system and exert a force on it. So here there is a main part is contact between that two objects or two things. Think about a book on a table. If we push it, we are exerting a contact force. If you put it down, no longer interacting, so no more force from you. But table is touching it, and table is now exerting a force. Means first there is a force between the book and the human being, or we are I am pushing that book. Second one, when we put it on down on the table, so there is no any contact between me and the book, but at the same time there is a contact between table and the book. So the table is exerting a force on the book. Field forces, an object can move without something directly touching it. What if you drop the book? It falls due to the gravity. Gravitational force is a field force. They affect movement without being in physical contact. Can you think other field forces? Magnetic field, electric forces, nuclear forces. All these are the field forces. Two type of forces. Example: contact force, friction and tension. Example of field forces: gravitational, electric, magnetic, applied, spring. So these are some field forces. Force and mass. Mass measurement, how difficult it is to change the object velocity. Inertia, resist to change its velocity. So mass is the measurement of object's inertia. Now here there is a interaction between one truck and the car. It is shown that the force and the mass, how it will act. Newton's laws. Newton's first law, now we see. Background: Sir Isaac Newton. His time period is from 1643 to 1727. An English scientist and mathematician famous for his discovery of laws of gravity, also discovered three laws of motion. Today, these laws are known as Newton's law of motion and describe the motion of all objects on the scale we experience in our everyday life. Newton's law of motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted upon by unbalanced force. Force equal to mass time acceleration, that is F equal to ma. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So these three are the main laws of motion. Newton's law of motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted upon by external unbalanced force. Force equals mass time acceleration. For any action there is equal and opposite reaction. Newton's first law. An object at rest tends to stay at rest and an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Newton's first law. For every material body remains in state of rest or state of uniform motion in a straight line unless it is acted upon by external unbalanced force to change that state, means to change the state of rest to motion or to stop the state of motion to rest. So one external force is required to change such type of state. What do this mean? Basically an object will keep doing what it was doing unless acted upon by unbalanced force. If the object was sitting still, it will remain stationary. If it was moving at a constant velocity, it will keep moving. It takes force to change the motion of an object. So here one example is there. Here we say that here one uh, obstacle is there and the motorcycle is moving, and at the same time the motorcycle will stop. What is the mean of unbalanced force? The force on the book are balanced by the table pushes upward on the book, gravity pulls down on the book. If the force of an object are equal and opposite, they are said to be balanced. But the object experiences no change in motion if they are not equal and opposite. Then the forces are unbalanced and the motion of the object changes. For example of real life, a soccer ball is sitting at rest. It taken an unbalanced force as a kick to change its motion. Two teams are playing tug of war. They are both exerting equal forces on the rope in opposite direction. This balanced force result is no change in motion. Newton's first law is also called as law of inertia. Inertia, it is tendency of an object to resist changes in the state of motion. The first law states that all objects have inertia. The motion more mass an object has, more inertia it has, and the harder it is to change its motion. If the object in motion tends to stay in motion, why don't moving object keep moving forever? Things do not keep moving forever because there is almost always an unbalanced force acting upon it. A book sliding across table slows down and stops because of the force of friction. If you throw the ball upward, it will eventually slow down and fall because of force of gravity. The natural tendency of a body to remain in state of uniform motion in a straight line unless it is acted upon by external unbalanced force is called inertia of the body. It is matter common experience that a larger of the mass of a body, greater is the force. required to produce a particular change its state. In other words, a body having a larger mass have a greater inertia. Thus, the mass of a body is measure of inertia. In outer space, away from the gravity and any source of friction, a rocket ship launched with a certain speed and direction would keep going in the same direction and at that same speed forever. Thank you.